Hey everybody, I'm here today with a driving lesson on hill parking for the driving test. In this video, I'll be going over the basics of all sorts of hill parking so that you can use this knowledge to help you pass your driving test. Without further ado, let's get right into the video. There are basically 4 scenarios that you might be in with regards to hill parking. You can be parked uphill with a curb, uphill without a curb, downhill with a curb, downhill without a curb. Now I'm going to tell you the basics of each, and then I'll demonstrate myself parking on an imaginary uphill and downhill slope, and I'll tell you what you would do in each situation. If you're parked uphill with a curb, what you want to do is turn your steering wheel away from the curb. So if the curb was on my right, I would turn it to the left. So I'm turning it away from the curb when I'm parked uphill with a curb. What that's going to do is if you roll back, the rear part of your front wheel will go and swing and catch the curb, okay? If you're parked uphill without a curb, and you might want to write this down, right? It's a lot of information. If you're parked uphill without a curb, you want to turn your wheel towards the curb. This way, if something fails and your car rolls backwards, it's going to roll off of the road. If you're parked downhill with the curb, you want to turn your wheel towards the curb. This way, if something fails, you just roll right into the curb. And if you're parked downhill without a curb, you're going to, once again, turn your wheel toward the side of the road. This way, you just roll off the road. Let's go over some examples, okay? I'm going to buckle up. We're going to go ahead and we're going to pretend to park in all 4 of those scenarios. So I'm driving down the street. Let's say I want to park over here and it's uphill with the curb. I'm going to pull over. I'm going to pull to the side of the road. I'm going to go ahead and put my car in park, and you can turn the wheel before you put it in park or after you put it in park. It's up to you. But let's say I'm parking uphill with the curb and the curb is on my right. I'm going to turn my steering wheel away from the curb. This way, let's say something happens and my parking brake fails, my car's going to roll back because I'm parked uphill, and it's going to swing out so that the rear part of my front wheel that's closest to the curb will then butt up against the curb and stop the car from rolling. Now let's say that I'm driving down the street, I decide I want to park over here, and I'm parking the car, and this is uphill without a curb. Okay, what I would do is I would turn my wheel towards the side of the road because there's no curb. And if the parking brake fails, I'm going to roll backwards off the road because it's uphill. I'm going to roll backwards right off the road, which is what you want. You would rather your car roll off the road than on the road. It's as simple as that, okay? Moving forward, let's say I'm driving once again, and I park over here, and this is downhill with a curb. I'm going to take my wheel, I'm going to turn it all the way towards the curb, which in this case is on the right side. If my parking brake fails, I'm going to roll forward and my front wheel will catch the curb and stop the car from rolling. Moving on, let's say I'm driving forward and I want to park up ahead, and this is once again downhill without a curb. Downhill without a curb, you're going to roll forward if your parking brake fails. So you turn your wheel towards the side of the road, and then it's going to roll off the road. And it's as simple as that. That is hill parking for the driving test. Now, one quick note. If I had to tell you how to hill park, I would tell you to do this. I apologize about my voice. I'm kind of sick. I'm trying to get over this cold. So let's say I'm driving and I want to park up ahead. This is the whole process. I'm going to figure out where I want to park. When I've decided, I'm going to put my right signal on, check my rear view mirror, my right side mirror, my right blind spot, pull over to the side of the road. And all this is because I'm pulling over to the right. That's why everything that I'm doing is to the right. Right signal, right mirror, right blind spot, also rear view mirror. Once I've pulled over, I'm going to turn my wheel either towards the side of the road or away from the side of the road, put my car in park, engage the parking brake, remove my signal, and at that point, if I need to shut my car off, I can shut my car off. And that's basically it. That is a complete hill parking tutorial for the driving test. If you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you think down below as a comment. And of course, be sure to subscribe for more great car and driving videos just like this one. And that's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching.